Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. We have a fun episode today. We're going to be reviewing the all new Nightwing number 99. Check out this awesome negative space cover with all black. Super cool. If you look, yeah, let me kind of close up because you don't notice till you see close up. Really awesome face too. Now before we get dived into the issue one away from 100, I do want to let you guys know about the 600 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 600 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Marvel #1 rare variant. All you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll give you a chance to win. Let's go ahead and get dived into Nightwing 99. Now, as always, I do want to let you guys know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled for Nightwing 99, that's your warning. Next, we always shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right, guys? And if I remember, it was towards the back. Here we are. And so in Nightwing 99, we have Tom Taylor as the writer, Bruno Redondo is the artist, Geraldo Borges also does art on pages 14 through 17 and 20 and 21. Kyle Felipe does inks, Adriano Lucas on colors, Wes Abbott on letters, and the Bruno Redondo cover. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this seems to be kind of, just to forward this here, this does seem to be kind of the start of the end and start of some new story arcs going on here. As we all know, there's now a power vacuum in Bloodhaven, as all the bad guys are gone, right? And so we start with, it says, last night, based on private testimony from Salvatore Morone and using corroborating evidence from the Blockbuster files, mass arrests took place across the country. So all these people are getting arrested and taken down by the information that Nightwing uncovered, right? And so we see the new mayor. She's sitting at her desk, and in comes Tony Zuko, who says like that he's her father, and she's like, I thought you were in jail, Dad. So she does agree at this point that that's her dad, and he says they released me for good behavior, and basically says like he got out to steal some diamonds and he's gonna sell them for a bunch of money, and he wants her to join him because they could rule the city, right? And so she kind of goes straight to good old Nightwing, but in civilian clothes. So goes straight to Grayson, and she says Tony Zuko is in Bloodhaven, and Grayson says Tony Zuko is supposed to be in jail. She replies he got out on good behavior. He says, what's he doing here? She says he's here to try to steal jewelry. So kind of like, reveals all the information to Nightwing, right? And relays also that he's staying at the Bloodhaven Inn. So then Nightwing's he's on the prowl. He's got his suit on now. He's like, I don't have a plan yet. I don't know what I want to do. I just know I don't want the man who murdered my parents moving freely through my city. His car looks like it's headed toward the old fishing district. The problem with that is there's absolutely nothing out there anymore. At least I thought there was nothing out here. By the looks of that doorman, this beach shack holds Bloodhaven's most exclusive and intimate nautical-themed nightclub. And so as we approach, we are introduced to Tony Zuko's two accomplices, who are named Double Dare. And so they're kind of these two girls here, and they're basically like acrobatic girls. It says that gives their names. It says Aliki and Margot Marchot, circus performers turned professional thieves. And so they're aligned with Tony Zuko, and they're basically in this place. It's called the Hold, and there's an old man who's kind of in guard of the Hold, and the Hold is like a bank vault with all kinds of different items, right? And so Tony Zuko says safe 78, and basically he's just like, he holds him at gunpoint and says safe 78 now, even though it's not his safe. The guy's like, it's Salvatore Vincent Moroni's. And the guard master warns him that what he's doing is gonna get him in a whole lot of trouble, and he's like, I don't care, open it and give me what's inside. He does, and he's like, the Eye of Kendak, worth over $400 million. So he actually ends up shooting the guy that's kind of guarding it, but before he can finish him, in comes Nightwing, right? Now the two you know acrobats called Double Dare, they're like, Nightwing, finally some fun. And so Tony Zuko goes running. He's like, keep them at the rendezvous. And we do get this super awesome 2-page spread of Nightwing chasing Tony Zuko out the top of this old abandoned ship, while Double Dare is basically they get beat up. If you follow the action, they end up whacking on the side of the boat. So Tony Zuko's running out to his car with this diamond in his hand. Nightwing catches up to him, kicks him down, drops the diamond. Nightwing's kind of like, I came here without a plan, but looking at Zuko, I know what I want to do now, and it's not something I'm proud of. And as he's kind of saying that, like, some people come up on a boat, and they're basically like, they have something to do with this, whatever the hold is, right? And they're like, we'll deal with the thief, hand him over to me. And Nightwing's like, I have a feeling that whatever they want, whatever their form of justice is gonna be not nice. So much as I don't like Tony Zuko, I can't hand him over to these guys because they're obviously nefarious as well. So he kind of stands in the way of Tony Zuko. Like, he's like, I don't want to save this guy, but I gotta take him in. I can't let you guys take him, right? And this guy comes up, and he's the other guy calls him the quartermaster. So this guy named the quartermaster comes up and he says, "Let him go, Captain." And he tells Nightwing, "You have aided the hold, and you are free to take him, Nightwing. The city will receive evidence of his thievery and his violence." And Nightwing replies, "And do I get any sort of explanation for this?" The quartermaster replies, 538. Nightwing says, 538? As the quartermaster replies, "That's the number of the safe belonging to you in the hold." Nightwing says, "What? What's in it?" As the man walks away, says, "It's your safe. Someone established it for you. Deal with Zuko. We will talk in the future." As we see a day later, Bloodhaven private prison. The mayor shows up. Melinda shows up to Tony Zuko and kind of explains to him that she's actually not his daughter, and that it's all kind of been a hoax from the beginning, and she's actually uh Dick Great her father was John Grayson, Dick Grayson's father, and her mother was a different, was a woman that was involved with Tony Zuko for a time, right? And so Tony's kind of surprised by this. He's like, "What, kid? You can't. You're my daughter. You're Melinda Zuko." She says, "My name was changed this morning. Better parts added, your part removed. I am Mayor Melinda Grayson Lynn. The name Zuko will mean nothing in this city. It will fade away with you in here." As we get a bit later that day, she's talking with Nightwing, and he's like, "How'd he take it?" She says, "I didn't stick around to see." And they have a conversation about how Nightwing wanted to, he wanted to hurt him, but didn't. And she says, basically that's what makes you different, right? And then they sort of focus on still this looming problem of this power vacuum, right? We get this last page here where we see Heartless. Heartless is still behind the scenes working on taking the city over, and he actually it seems like he might be making some sort of a a pact with Tony Zuko, because he comes into the jail, he kills somebody, and basically says, "Is there anyone else who are still loyal to Maroni? Anyone else who would like to question my takeover of Bloodhaven? Anyone else who doesn't want to wake up tomorrow?" And so I feel like, it's I with Heartless right now, it's either join him or die. So I feel like Tony Zuko is probably going to become one of his underlings. And then we do get this final shot here that's super awesome, with Nightwing kind of still. He seems to have his plan, right? He seems to have his plan in his mind of how he's going to fill this power void. Though we are not abreast of it. We do get that wonderful shot of him with a smile on his face, like he knows how to solve the problem. um, so that is Nightwing 99. Um, Man, okay. So my thoughts on this one was just I feel like every third or fourth issue with Nightwing is kind of like a a setup kind of an issue, if that makes sense. If you look back on my Nightwing reviews too, the very first issue that I review on the channel, I actually say the same thing, where it felt like it was set up. There wasn't a whole lot that really happened, and so it was hard to get a good feel of it. And so, as someone who's been reading Nightwing for a while now, I know that's what's going on. And so, though I wouldn't say this is like the greatest jump on point, because you're like, what, there's not a lot of excitement or anything. It is a decent jump on point because we're in the middle of another one of the story arcs, guys, and so another one's going to start here. Although with Taylor's story arcs on Nightwing, a lot of the stuff is ongoing. So Heartless has been around kind of behind the scenes for a while in this. So if you're curious, what's interesting too is the Nightwing annual just came out, which is actually Heartless's origin. So I would say if you're curious about Heartless more, and you feel like that could hinder why, like, I don't know who this guy is, go check out his origin. Just came out too. I mean, we're nearing the 100th issue. I know a lot of us are expecting big things out of Nightwing in issue 100. They've had quite a while to plan towards. Taylor's been on the title for a while leading up to issue 100, so it feels like they should have been able to plan something really fun. So I'm excited to see what they have in store for us, especially after issue 100, and how this arc progresses. That's what I have today. So it's not. Here's what I would say. I wouldn't say it's like a raving review, thumbs up, giant thumbs up, but I do give Nightwing 99 a thumbs up. It's consistently amazing art, consistently a fun read, and something I enjoy every month. All right, guys, that's what I have today. Remember, if you guys like this kind of content, you watch this far into the video, like, comment, subscribe, helps the algorithm. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a great day.